You're so cute, buddy. Why are your ears down? Why are your ears down? Halfway through, I found like an afterglow thing that they post on Netflix that I don't know if it's what I want. I'm gonna watch it anyways because I like Arcane. But I think it's the actors talking about their characters. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna watch the other things first, like the making of Arcanes, because I like those way better. The Bridging the Rift, those are sick. I've been raving to my roommate about it, because she also likes that kind of stuff. Victor. He's not done. Victor is not done. But like season 2, oh my god. It just sent me in a spiral of like inspiration. It's not done yet, but I love season 2. So fun. I watched part 1 and 2 already of Arcane Bridging the Rift, and this is so worth your time of watching. If you value art and the history and the development and the lore of all the process, which for me personally, I love it. That's why I'm so impressed by season 2. I wish they did something like this for part 2. Maybe it's too soon to do it right now, and maybe they'll do it again, hopefully, because this is so good and there's just so much I want to know about, especially like the songs in season 2. I love the songs. So if you haven't already, and you haven't watched part 1 and 2, please go watch part 1 and 2. And as always, guys, if you want to watch the full uncut videos, please head over to my Patreon and subscribe over there. And if you're enjoying this series along, watching the whole Arcane, behind the scenes kind of stuff as well, please make sure to subscribe here as well. Anyways, let's get into episode part 3 of Bridging the Rift. Kill streaks meet keyframes. Oh, I so this is gonna be like editing the whole season. Give it to me. We will show them all Arcane Season 1. I think Silco says that.
There definitely is a lot of Paris life and culture in Arcane. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of Piltover looks like Paris.
Ah.
Yeah, so this venue is actually where we had Worlds a few years ago.
Oh, that's where they play League, right?
It's cool because it was really close to our studio. So we sent a bunch of people from Fortiche.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun.
On a tout de suite vu que c'était quand même le jeu mondial et l'opportunité de faire quelque chose de très très bien.
Not just a little game anymore.
For us, Arcane was a big opportunity to show to viewers that we are not only good to make trailer and music video.
I hope people gonna be surprised.
Oh, the finale. Fuck you, man, for making me wait 3 years for that!
You need to find someone who's kind of willing to bleed for like this thing they're trying to make.
That's him.
I don't think otherwise you're gonna really be bold. Otherwise you're not gonna really have anything where you're gonna risk something. And I think you have to risk something in order to make something that makes an impact.
God, I can't get over that he just like took a gamble on going for music videos. Like Christian pitched the idea of music videos and then pitched the idea of a series, and it's just like some of the greatest things to come out of like League of Legends. One guy did it, like it's insane.
Competitive, brainstorm a bit together, like what would be the coolest version of this scene or this kind of episode.
Ooh, what is that software?
Like it being too complex.
My goals this whole time is like I want to solve the story beats with the team in Paris. It's just going to be great to be like, hey guys, here's all our awesome ideas.
She's gonna go to Paris.
Whether they can produce it or not, or steer us more into something achievable.
Pascal has this amazing
for
character designs, the models, the
Silco.
stylization.
Tu vois la cam... Je sais pas si on pouvait pas mettre une caméra qui...
Jérôme, he's the invisible wizard at Fortiche. I think when you think about the final look, that painterly look that's integrated into 3D, the super subtle, nuanced camera work where everything feels like it's handheld and really...
Oh my god, that's so weird to see.
I want to
Wow, that's so cool.
Who is Arno?
He tells us, what I want is a psh, what I want is a you know what?
Who is Arno?
So this is the Arno model.
What? They have a model of him? What the hell?
He doesn't have... and, they wanted to incorporate the 3 directors.
Oh, he's in the show? I thought they just made a model of him. That is so cool! That is so dope. Fuck, that's what I would love. Being a part of something forever.
I loved that they added them as kids in there. It was not something we thought of on the in the room. But it just
love
added
that.
this level of emotion between them. Honestly, it's like, oh, I feel like these characters could be in love now.
Well, found that out 3 years later, didn't I?
This sequence is in every way, technically, artistically, it's I don't know how to say that.
Oh, that is beautiful.
A masterpiece of the whole season.
Yeah, this particular image to me is just like the combination, you know, Hextech's art and science. That's exactly what I feel like the Fortiche depiction is, you know.
It so
I feel the
is.
science, I feel the...
Ce que j'aime bien aussi à Fortiche, quoi, c'est que on insuffle la vision de départ et tout le monde met son petit.
God, that is so beautiful. This whole company is so unique.
This board is all the steps that happen in Fortiche. After
Render.
we receive the script, we go to the design phase.
Yes, show me this. Yes, 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 yes.
En l'occurrence,
oh my god, like little. Is that Victor's little boat?
Victor. Et en fait,
that is so cute.
Ce bateau, tout petit déjà, Victor était un génie.
Oh my god, I love that.
Everything goes in storyboard.
Storyboarding.
In the storyboard department, we take the...
Man, I hated storyboarding when I did a
directors.
subject in school.
We try to build something that is not there yet in the script.
After Effects?
As an editor,
what the hell?
my
What
job
is that?
is to assemble those storyboards together into what we call animatic.
Ooh!
While that's happening, you're recording the dialogue with the talent.
Oh, so they have like a. Oh, that's cool. So that's how they do it. They get the rough. They get the rough copy. Whoa!
Full-on storyboard animatics with the voice actors in there.
Vander learns none
That
of
is
this.
so dope.
So we were able to watch the whole season.
I love this.
Start to finish before we animated the rest of the episodes.
Wow, this is so beautiful.
It's not always easy to like get these like really raw emotional performances from really young actors, and so Mia Janess, who
Mia! I had no idea about her.
Today we're gonna make a 11, 12-year-old girl cry. Let's see how that goes.
I am rolling on this.
I wonder if they filmed with Haley.
She is not my sister anymore.
Whoa, chills! What the hell?
I remember all of us in the booth just like
She looks like that
shocked by how good she is. And
angel painting. You know the one with like all these arms like that?
Being in
Give his name.
I got the job when I was 10, and I'm almost 16, so it's been a while. Why did you leave me? Because
She got the job when she was 10?
to get into that place of vulnerability was hard for me.
Oh my god, I love her voice acting in that scene.
I have a little brother who is my best friend in the entire world. We get upset.
God, I'm
because
gonna make me
each other
cry.
for,
What
like
the
more
fuck?
than 3 days.
That is so
I
beautiful.
can't imagine a world where he isn't in it. I only wanted to help.
Oh my god, when she says
I only
that.
wanted to help. I only wanted to help my
I told you to stay away.
When it comes to siblings, they're your blood. And when you don't have family, what do you have?
Oh wow.
You've got a good heart.
Oh,
Don't
Vander!
ever lose it. No matter how the world tries to break you.
I love Vander's voice. Ah, he's so good. Schizophrenic Jinx.
all the main characters were really scary to cast because, I mean, you were not just making a new character. It was like, oh yeah, there's like, whatever, 6 years of, you know, 100 gazillion million people who have very specific expectations and opinions about who these characters are. So don't f it up. Jinx took us the longest of all characters. I think we looked for the Jinx actress, I think, for roughly 3 years.
Wow.
She's so beloved, and her voice is so specific. For a while, we were like, can we find someone who can do this?
3 years.
The hard thing was that we had to find someone who can do both the intimate and quiet moments
and the crazy,
really vulnerable acting moments. But at the same time, we also needed
an actress who can also do the really loud moments that Jinx is really known for. We've been looking for so long, we kind of just went through all of the LA catalog of talent. Let's just pick one and just go.
Oh.
And it was just this like, no, we can't. Through the help of some casting folks, we found Ella.
Hi.
And I mean, it was like the pearly gates just opened.
Ella. I only know her from the Fallout show, I'm not gonna lie.
Look who it is. Yes, she's a terrible person. She's done all these terrible things. But is she a terrible person? Like, I don't know. I started to realize, like, who she's become, this Jinx that she's become, is just a deeply rooted, very difficult trauma response that she's developed because she's gone through things no one should ever have to go through.
Oh.
No.
Oh my god, look at all the layers.
At the beginning, we worked in the same time with animation, so sometimes it's difficult to know exactly the position of the character.
Matte painting.
We can see the 2D with a black and white. I don't paint because there is still color.
Whoa.
So we've got designs, and from there.
Whoa, look how big her
Yeah.
tattoo was.
It's very simple. We made the Atlas Gauntlet, and the most difficult part was there is a lot of tiny parts who work together.
Whoa.
So it was engineered precisely.
Oh my god.
So it's a part
They've
of
actually
the
like
plan,
fully
but it's part of the
engineered the gloves. I thought they just kind of just drew whatever and just made it work. Who's that on? Oh!
The leg and the feet of Victor.
Is that the, yeah, is that the furry chick? Lust?
This was the design for the hands.
Ooh.
I gave it to the texture.
With like
department,
exposed
and
tendons?
they
Ugh.
painted it so it looks like that.
Is that on a helmet? Oh, I love this! Oh my god, they're painting in 3D! I've never seen this before.
All the process is built around the idea of bringing the design to the final image, and that's great because this is actually like the design is just brought back in 3D, and it's actually what the designer thought of.
That is so cool.
Que c'est un rig, le rig de marionnette.
Yes, Jinx.
Qu'on peut faire tourner avec des. On a une équipe d'animateurs qui est tellement forte et ils vont trouver 3-4 idées pour rajouter de la vie au personnage.
Wow.
And then we are going at layout stage.
That's so cool.
They start, to do the staging and the camera movement.
On essaye de traduire le storyboard en 3D et de transmettre en fait des émotions juste avec une caméra.
How do they do that?
Et de trouver le rythme aussi de l'animation.
Oh, this should be so hard. How would you know which camera angle is the best?
And then it goes to animation.
Yes. Show me this shit. I just know this file size is fucking 2 terabytes. Is that Vi? Whoa! Cool.
We are like the puppet master.
Lead animators. Oh.
No motion capture. No? Please, let people know that.
Wait, am I watching season 1? Isn't that a scene from season 2? No? Isn't that when the mum dies?
Look out! Keyframe animation, it pushes you to understand what happened in the body, how everything worked together to have like this feeling of natural and believable animation.
Yeah.
And also it's about like the...
I hate keyframes.
Animating, it's like acting out characters, it's about performance.
When I saw the style of Arcane, it was something like I want to try this kind of animation because it's
Jace. The photo of Jace.
To be honest, Echo is the kind of character I would have loved to see when I was a kid. One of the first dialogues you had with Vi, I arrived with something completely different from the board, and Bart was like, "Oh, I didn't thought about this way, but it's interesting." He was a little bit pissed, and walking slower and just making with the face movements to say, "Yeah, I'm."
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm doing this now.
The animator, when he was
what the hell?
He shoot himself in order to get some references, and that what gives us the realistic look.
In the reference room, we shot ourselves. We try to
to pretend and be the character.
Oh, that is
in the
so
live motion.
cool.
Playing with the others. Sometimes like you got a shot.
Whoa, that is
and,
so
like,
weird.
You can just go straight into the computer and do your stuff and it will work. But if you go in a ref room, you start recording yourself, you
that
may end up
Jinx?
having like some like little accident that you do that can be really interesting. And you're like, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's dig into that.
Look at him.
Remind me why we bother with this dump?
How can I say no to such an auspicious offer?
Oh my god, some of them are so crazy.
You feel like you're inhabiting those different characters in a way.
That is so cool.
You have to. When you see 1 second of an episode, like an animator spent a day on it. So
I love that.
If you
I
work
love
on
that.
an expression, on a feeling, on a shot that lasts for 1 second, you're gonna spend a day having that feeling in your mind. Like try to reproduce it.
Oh, I love that kind of stuff. Ugh. I try to tell people when I watch like anime, I'm like, but the art and the dedication, I'm like, this is hand done. How can you not just be so impressed by this? Like fight scenes, insane. But like simple things, still
really wanted to be
insane.
part of. I had the slow motion moment, and I had the opportunity to work with my son to make the movement of
son
Eiko
as
young.
well?
We shot the scene where Eiko is running slowly in slow motion.
Oh my
It was so cool to share that with
god.
him. It was like a moment father and son.
That is so goddamn cute. Put his son in the series forever. That is adorable.
It's only experimenting for now with painting.
Paintings.
It's about to be tested. For the glitches, we draw them directly on the computer.
Oh, what the hell? Are they hand painted? Oh, I had no idea.
Specific at Fortiche because you know it's a Fortiche trademark. You know, doing 2D effects and CG animation.
Wow. Wow. Frame by frame paintings. Oof.
Le pouvoir que Jace crée avec son marteau. And drawing, frame by frame, and layers by layers. But sometimes it's very difficult to follow the camera
What the hex
movements,
for? Show me
which
that
are
shit.
Very interesting.
I think I worked something like 3 weeks on it.
Fair enough. It's insane. 3 weeks?
When everything is done, animation, background, simulation, 2D effects, we render it and we composite it.
Oof.
We come at the end of the process and basically we will take all of what the other department has created and then we put it together.
Compositing.
Because the background is paint, there is actually no light used for the characters. We have to adapt the characters to the background. So when we see like a red light on Sevika and it's changing for a green light when she is going further, actually, technically, nothing is there. We have to create everything from the back.
Oh, so they do all the lighting. Oh! Wow! Wow! That is
signature
crazy.
Craft, and it's just a straight mystery box for me.
Oh my god, I wouldn't even have the...
I cannot tell you.
Oh, I wouldn't even have the first clue of where to start. That's insane.
I don't know if I can show you. Yes.
No, I like how no one knows.
The way to light, it's different. It's special Fortiche way. But it's so simple. When you know the trick, you say,
It's not magical trick. It's just artists and people who are doing beautiful things.
Ah, that is so pretty. Just like, how? Oh my god, doing the hair bit by bit.
Because of their handcraftedness and the paintery look, it gives us this timeless look that I think even when the technology evolves, that this will still feel lasting.
Oh my god, it totally will.
It's timeless. It doesn't age because it's handcrafted.
Nothing is wrong.
Season 2 is like such a
glass,
step up from like
you see
season
this
1
glass,
as well. Like it's
it's not
insane.
wrong. Because a drawing is not perfect.
You know, if you see the eyes, you know, the pupils.
The pupil is not round.
Except the gemstone.
Mm.
This is the only moment where there is a sphere, perfect sphere.
Oh. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, yeah, the music.
Can the second violins play that a little bit softer?
I've never worked on a show.
They had to do it over Zoom? Of a video? He doesn't even get to go there and listen to it?
They've been spending, what, 3-4 years on the music for this show? Like, every TV show.
3 to 4 years!
I really believe that what we're doing with music in Arcane Season 1 has never been done in entertainment. Period.
My body's on the line now. Oh, I love it. Oh, I can't wait to hear the music. Some of my songs that I really love from Arcane on my liked Spotify from Arcane. Oh, that is dope. I love that. That was so cool. I think that it was like my favorite one, I think, because that's the shit that I like seeing. I love seeing the animation and pulling the layers behind and seeing all the layers of the background and like hand paintedness. Like, I had no idea some of this was hand painted. I had no idea that they put the director in the show. Like, and then you're telling me that people that love the show, they don't want to see the behind the scenes of that, and then you rewatch the show and you notice all these things. Like, that's crazy. I love that. Anyway, it's time to watch 4. We're not fucking around here. Alright, it's time. We're watching the last 2 parts of Arcane Bridging the Rift. I was gonna make this into like a part 2 and 3, but I've decided to put all 3, 4, and 5 into one episode because I know how much some of you guys liked it, which was so nice. Hello, buddy. Hello, gorgeous. Fun to watch with me. I did ask to see if you guys liked it as much as I did, and I would post another one if it did well, and it was really, like, the feedback was really lovely. So yeah, I'm gonna watch part 4 and 5 today. We're gonna watch some Arcane behind the scenes. He's very sleepy. We just got back from a WAOK. This one's about like the musical side, musical misfits. So I'm excited because I love the music in 1. Prefer the music in 2, but I think they hire like orchestras and stuff. Time to prove them all wrong once again. Season 1, episode 5. I should know who these quotes are from, but I don't. I watched it literally like a week ago.
At Riot, we've always loved music. In fact, in certain countries, people don't call us a game company. They call us a music company.
Really?
They say we're making games to do marketing for our music.
Really? I've never heard that before.
Music is obviously personal to Christian. It's personal to a lot of folks on that team.
Because I like the
I think
video
Alex, you once
music.
said,
When you go write a script, and I think it's the same thing with music, you know, when you go write a song and you sit down to do it and someone asks you, oh, are you gonna write a great song today? It's kind of like,
maybe.
It's kind of like going, you know, maybe.
I mean, he worked on music videos.
We've worked on all kinds of genres at this point, and when Arcane came about, we said, hey, we're gonna craft a full album of all these different songs, of all these different genres.
I just love, like, I love classical music, so I would love to see, I'm actually going to a couple of symphonies next year, I'm so excited in 2025. So like this shit, live music, like I'm so into this stuff. I love it. I love it so much.
So we were going for an incredibly messy aesthetic of gear everywhere. You're the first human beings I've seen or invited here in years.
Wow.
We prefer dark, no
Alex.
windows. I've got the most important instrument of them all, obviously. The French horn here.
The French horn, really?
Everything I do is just French horn, and then I'll just auto-tune it to sound like other instruments. It's
Oh, that is really
just kidding,
cool.
I'm way in debt for my college dance.
He's not only extremely talented at writing melodies, you know, for pop vocals, but also he's a classically trained musician.
That's
He
so
went to Juilliard
cool.
as a
Juilliard! Going to Juilliard and failing. Whoa! Did he make Legends Never Die? No.
I've been working with Riot since about 2016.
No, he didn't.
Biggest esports tournament probably ever. We write an anthem for them, so like a big pop song. Legends Never Die was the first like world's anthem that I wrote.
He wrote that?
And about 2.5 years
Oh my
ago,
god, that is
Christian
so
reached out and he's like,
cool.
what do you think about Arcane? Do you want to get involved? And I was just like, oh yes, please, this would be the sickest.
That is so dope. That's like their OG Riot logo. I watched that in the cinematics video. I saw that. Alex Temple.
Music
Who's a songwriter.
on Arcane started with Alex Temple, who is just an incredible composer.
but at that point I hadn't done any longer form narrative work.
So
I'd done
cool.
shorter form narrative, nothing approaching the scope of Arcane.
Yeah, like 6 hours of footage. The movie. It's 2 movies with Jin.
It has a pentatonic scale.
Wait,
and you can affect the pitch
isn't
by,
that a koto? Similar to a koto.
I think when working on a theme, you want something that clearly makes a statement about who this character is, but you also want something that's adaptable. So this is the beginning of episode 3. We have this vocal melody that comes in.
Oh, it's so weird to think about this. Like,
for
I
example,
feel like
this
I
character,
didn't
Silco,
hear any of this.
he's kind of one of the villains of the show. He's
Right.
a complex character. The music that I ended up writing for him is not sort of villainous at all. It's very sort of welcoming and kind of...
I got chills. What the hell? It's like sad.
Very confused, distorted version
Of the main theme?
melody we heard performed so beautifully by the soprano.
You should feel like you remember this character in this moment when you hear this melody.
That's so cute. I love that. Like when characters have their own theme. Oh my gosh,
They're
this
always there.
powders.
But sometimes they're darker, sometimes they're brighter, sometimes they're faster, but they're always there.
Oh, it's the same one, but this one's more distorted. Wow. Weird how you don't even notice any of this, hey? What I would die to be in this room. Oh, I'd love to hear this live. The violins. Ah, beautiful. Oh, like I need to hear a violin live. I need it.
Ray plays as a soloist with the Los Angeles Philharmonic, the big orchestras in Europe, you know, London.
Oh, and he was on Arcane.
He's
I have
probably the
chills.
first
I
classical
love
violinist
this.
who plays on like a $20 whatever million Stradivarius to an animated series.
Yeah.
The music I put in front of him, it's written because we know he can play it.
Wow. Oh, did they put him in the show? Was that him? That is insane. That is so cool. I like that. The character seemed too human-like, but I didn't recognize who the camera was. Victor! Victor!
This is around the time when he pushes his body and the transformation
The
further
hex
and further,
core?
and kind of gets seduced in a way by this hex core,
Oh my god, I have chills. I love this.
and starts to kind of lose parts of his humanity, like a terrible beauty. If that makes sense.
Like a tragedy.
And it's really
Tragico,
but
yeah.
It's also kind of a tragic ascendancy, but at the
Same
same time,
time.
this is kind of like a leveling up of the character.
You
This
wanna
is
feel
an
good for
important
him.
stage of his development.
Oh, I love that. That's so beautiful.
The editors and the directors of Fortiche try to find a moment where the music can actually take over and be in the spotlight.
I love when they do that. They do the musical numbers with like really cool different art styles. Ration.
Sebastian is like ultimate homie for me. Don't play with the misfits. We did Rise together, did Awaken together.
Oh, I know
think would like
Awaken.
to work with him.
The purpose of the song is for a scene, is for the story.
Who told you it was
Unlike other movies and shows that might have just like a standalone incidental soundtrack of pop artists, we actually wrote these to picture the way that you would score something. Well,
Oh my god, Savika's fight scene song, insane.
I think so much in what we do with the songs, you can kind of find parts of the world as well. Jinx would design a kick drum. What would it sound like?
That's so cool to think about. Oh, B-Mill was at Worlds. Oh god, chills.
She totally
Jesus.
understood the vibe of what we were trying to convey, you know, descending into zone, and it just was perfect.
We would have these issues that we would approach all these artists and we'd say, hey, we want to make music with you, make these songs. And they'd say, oh, cool, that's awesome. When do they go out? And we would tell them, like, oh, in 2 years. And they would go, oh, never mind.
Oh.
You know, so what we did instead is to actually write the songs ourselves.
Oh. Wow, that's hard.
we didn't even initially think about Woodkid for this song. We had him for a different
I
one,
don't
and he
know
happened to hear
Woodkid,
this
I don't
demo
think.
and went, "Oh, let me do that one instead."
It was the greatest thing that could have ever happened. I had
God,
first written it,
I'm
and then
getting
he turned it into
chills.
the
Oh
most
my god.
chill-inducing string thing I've ever heard.
Chill-inducing. Oh my god.
The other big one was the Jinx Echo Fight.
You know, I
Episode
wish
7.
this was way longer.
Got that vibe figured out, and then for the vocalist, the rapper, they were like, okay, we have some ideas of who could be super cool.
Yes.
You know, are they gonna do something
Did it?
that
I don't
fits?
think I know who did
Denzel
it.
Curry was one of them.
Denzel Curry.
Jizzle was another one. Brent joined. He sent us a demo that was kind of sounded like a female vocal. I was like,
Oh. I wonder if they pay for them to do the demos. I guess not, right? Or maybe they give them like a little bit. How do you choose?
how do we make it? How do we make 3 songs into one song?
Join
Let's
all
try
of
to
them.
use all 3.
Yeah. That is so dope. I didn't know it was 3 different people.
Working with Christian is pretty special because he's a musician.
Oh, so he was in a.
I was in a band.
Ooh,
I traveled around
oh.
Europe doing some tour kind of stuff. I was like, don't care. How well will you serve the players?
He was in a
It took
band?
me a little while to realize that he was in fact a big deal. I believe he told me the biggest audience he played in front of was like 100,000 people.
Whoa. Oh my god.
When I released my album, I had one song that I was like super into, and I'm still really happy with it, but I just remember Christian was like, it sounds unfinished.
Ouch.
He goes to give us high fives and we flinch.
It's the last song we had to come up with, and this one was
the hardest one.
Episode 8. Oh. Is this the Jace Vi duo?
Someone had recommended Paris, you know, just because she has a really cool sound. And then we
I
just kind of
don't
went,
know this artist.
maybe we should just let
I don't know this
her do
artist
her
either.
thing.
Well, they obviously liked it well enough. I feel like the song sounded 10 times more insane when I was watching it. It's not my favorite song from the first season, I don't think.
Dan from Imagine Dragons, and this is our
Hello, Dan.
studio. This is where we did Enemy.
Ooh, yeah, give me this shit. I love this song. I swear all studios love having these red
Wayne
rugs on the
Sermon,
ground,
the
right?
guitarist.
Like Imagine Dragons.
Vi is
man.
actually the player that I play on League of
Oh.
Legends, so I definitely associate with it.
He
And
plays League.
late on stage in front of, I don't know, tens of thousands of people, maybe hundreds of thousands of people, because we were finishing a ranked League of Legends game.
Oh
and we didn't wanna get
my
banned.
god. That is insane. This is weird. This feels weird. I just imagine them being like, okay, now play now and we'll film you. Oh, the misery. Oh, I can't wait for this to get DMCA'd.
And it was this beautiful montage, and they had tempted up with this like stunning David Bowie song. And they're like, you know, Alex, could you write us a song that fills this moment? And you're like, sure, I'm gonna have a panic attack first. When it goes,
God, how do you just sit down and write a song like that?
the lyrics for that one came quickly. The difficulty with that was writing a song that's structured properly. Because Jinx fires this rocket at first, which is like a beautiful moment as it soars across the sky. And I wasn't at the point in the song that something that big was supposed to happen yet.
But how do you just
so we
make
had to like figure out how to write almost like a bridge
Yeah.
section that is this rocket blast moment. Okay, which artists do we want to have sing this?
Do they even have anyone singing on it? Chills sting. Holy fuck. I wonder why I got fucking chills.
It's pretty convenient to be like, oh, we'd love to have Sting. Like, oh yeah, would you? But
That is insane.
you hear Sting's voice enter, you're just like,
Is that Sting? That's insane. Oh, with the violin.
Until you actually, like, and you think, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing. But you just don't quite know until you actually see everything done, and you just have that feeling for like 2 or 3 years. where
Yeah.
you go, I think it's gonna be amazing.
I'm
but
not quite sure. I could just never make something like this. Like I would, like I would just want to see the final project. What if it didn't? What if it wasn't right? I don't know.
I'm curious to see how it will go when this show hits all the platforms so people can watch it and it's released, and how it'll go for.
Oh my god!
our
So
League
weird to
audience.
think about
They
it.
will certainly tell us how they feel.
I have
Change the
no
emotion, but
idea.
all I really
Yes! Oh my god, I loved the music part of that. That was beautiful. So many hidden things I didn't know. That was like those two, like the last one with like the keyframes and this one with the music. Perfect. Two of my favorite things, like painting, animation, and musical composure. Like I love classical musical, and I'm so excited I'm going to a couple symphonies this year to see like an orchestra live, because I need to see it. I need to see it live. I have to see it live. All right, let's get on to episode 5, the last one. So cool how in the last episode, the music, I can't believe I didn't even know Sting was on there. Are you kidding me? I'm so ashamed. Like, I mean, I don't have the Police. I would love a Police vinyl, don't get me wrong, but like my vinyls of the Bee Gees and the Beatles and Queen and ABBA back there and all the 80s, and I literally don't even, I had no idea Sting was even singing. I'll give you the world if you prove you can take it. Episode 8. Yep, I'm just also gonna assume that Silco said that, because I don't know who said that one. Ooh, oh my god. Wow, a Vi and Caitlyn billboard? Wow. they
when Arcane goes out,
jinxified
we will
it.
get death threats. Doesn't matter if we win every award in the world, we will inevitably piss someone off who really
At
loves
least they know that.
whichever character is in Arcane, and they will want to murder us.
At least they know that going into it.
Maybe I'm completely fooling myself and it's gonna flop.
But it didn't flop, and it was beautiful.
Let's have
It's fair. It's like
oh,
League
and
of
Premiere
Legends
Pro.
Christmas right now.
Yeah.
Holy!
Oh my god, guys, they're reacting just like me.
What if you don't know these characters? What if you don't know anything about League of Legends? Would you still engage in this?
Yeah. As someone who hates League and doesn't want to play it ever, I love this shit.
The fact that somebody can make an hour-long reaction video off of like the smallest
That's
teasers
so
that
cool.
we've made is impressive.
I was gonna say the fact that the Game Awards, League of Legends lost to Fallout. I understand, because Arcane was a really good show overall, beautiful show, but I wouldn't say a good adaptation of League. It has the characters of League and some of the lore, but none of it makes me want to play League and experience League as the game, whereas Fallout is really, really loyal to the games, like better adaptation wise. This must be all of the community. Final days of Sound Mist. 15 weeks.
They put so much detail and so much thought into the animation, you really do want to match it, you know? Like,
Whoa,
you want it to be just
that
as
is
detailed,
so
just as you
cool.
want.
Like, how do
It
they,
really is
how do they hear that?
So all the cool design, the weapons.
Like, I can't break it down into layers. I can only just.
The sound is what I think really connects for a lot of people. Like, they may not realize it. Same thing with,
Yeah,
like, music.
that's so impressive.
The goal is clarity in the end.
So
You know,
weird.
it's supposed to be like not noticed in a way. You know,
It's
if
not.
it's noticed, maybe it's done. You know, it's done wrong because it's like scenes are believable when people believe that they're in them.
Sorry, my watch went off. Totally ruined the celebration.
We should have had shirts that said "Sound
Post
Bros."
supervising Brad and Elliot.
I
Sound.
was stupid.
Whole room for just Brad and I.
Thanks, COVID.
Wow. Oh, COVID. Wow.
Motion Picture MPSE Awards. These were for Blade Runner and a game Resident
He
Evil.
did Resident Evil.
Hopefully there'll be a third one there.
I love Resident Evil. And I love Blade Runner. That's so cool. What an odd mix to work on. Blade Runner then Resident Evil? That's so weird.
I remember in our second episode, there was this council scene where Jace has to kind of answer for his unsanctioned research. And that scene just did not work for me.
The materials were far more dangerous than I was aware of.
Sounds like how it was recorded in the VO booth.
Now what
but
does it
to
sound
sell
like?
the sheer mass of this room, you know, you add reverb,
It was revolutionary.
Oh, so they mixed the vocals. I thought they only did like background things.
Bee Gees, backgrounds. You know, backgrounds are.
I'm just gonna shut up. Oh god. Period Max.
Backgrounds is sort of like our wallpaper.
Versus like how little is
foundation.
so
And sometimes
good.
it's a combination of stuff that you've recorded in the field.
Kind of 4x5.
Oh god.
But when I pitched down the recordings I did, I got this. The engine had this kind of repetitive. And I was like, that's.
For what?
Basically the industrial zone. You know, the steam releases are cool little air compressor bursts pitched down.
Oh. Oh, this is cool. I don't know what they call it when they. But I can't remember the process of when they make all this stuff.
And then the foley is really that next layer, right?
Foley? Is that what it is? A
Creating
foley
this whole
artist?
level of realism.
For
Like
animation,
stepping.
it's huge.
Totally.
Yes, foley
Each
artist.
one of these
Yes,
tracks
yes,
is,
yes.
you know, somebody watching this scene and doing all the feet for that one
Yeah,
character.
that's really
going
cool.
back, doing
You know, Vi has a certain jacket on with a buckle. That buckle makes a sound.
Hmm. Oh, that's so
Get a
cool.
different feeling on each person.
So much work for
Brad
that
and I come
though. Oh
from
my
a world of
god.
creating.
I love everything. I miss him.
But sometimes you need to embellish it.
The foley on its own, it doesn't do what you need it to do, but like just the sound effects by itself.
Wow.
It doesn't have that.
That's so weird. Oh my god, how much stuff for just running. I wonder what makes the zip sounds. Oh.
But I took that and sampled it out.
What?
Pull it. How about castanets?
Oh, the butterflies? What?
For me, the biggest
Oh
thing was
my god, that's
the
so
magic,
rare.
the hex
Oh,
chord.
oh yeah,
This is
the
like the
hex
beginning
chord.
and
Show me
origin
the-
of magic.
That
of League of
sound
Legends.
is so insane.
Creating something that
I need to hear
totally
that now.
sounded. You know, I took some time and recorded some wine glasses. So this is pitched up and then thrown through a tremolator.
Tremolator.
And then it's also thrown through a Doppler.
Oh my god, what is a Doppler? Whoa!
And then Brad messing with a bunch of different synthesizers.
Around my head.
Like, kind of has both sounds intertwined into it.
Oh, that is crazy. That's that?
Player
Oh.
and Shimmer. Actually, that's your voice. Would that be hilarious?
No way.
Hell yeah.
That is not what Shimmer sounds like. No. Oh my god, it's him. That is. Wow.
One thing
That's so weird.
that was the initial design, which you kind of lose because it just sits in the register of the music.
Hard to match the sound effects versus with this background music.
But what I like to do sometimes, instead of tremulating the sound, I'll draw it in like this, which I do a lot on creature vocals and stuff. Where it basically gives you this.
Ah. It gives it that.
Just
You,
blows
you,
me
you can
away.
hear like the Blade Runner
They're
effect
like,
in there.
hey, we need a sound for Savika's plasma
Yeah.
blade, you know?
That's the sound
Right
there,
now,
jumping in
I
and out.
am at my parents' house in.
He's German! Deutschland!
There's one example of me thinking of the Arcane story.
Hey, Star Wars shirt! Me too,
Speaking
Christian!
for myself, I'm planning for season 2, and there definitely are those moments where you just feels like it just is too much, you know? I think that's why the burnout rate for, I think, showrunners is like 100%.
Not even like
Knowing
I
that the
feel
show
burnout
is going
of
out
like
in November,
like a couple weeks
really,
or like
I
a
think it
couple
won't
months.
be real to me
Working
until
on a show
it
for
actually
like
goes
3
out into the
years.
world.
Oof.
And the next season doesn't disappoint.
There's some other option.
Is
The
this for
big
season
hope, I guess, with this trip to
2?
Fortiche is to lock down the final episode.
episodes of season 2.
Final
The end
episodes.
that I won't talk about very much
Wow.
is one that is complex.
This is so weird seeing this now so many years ago. Like this came out 2 years ago.
Of stories,
Right?
from your
Yeah. Look at them just chilling on a boat.
I think I just need to step back. I need to like try and figure this episode out without thinking about all the things that we've talked about.
I know.
I'm circling the exact location of the problem.
Wow.
Because when you say this is a little blurry or there is a bug here,
That
sometimes it's
Sebastian,
difficult to
that is
just
the tiniest little mistake.
place and the right
Wow. What's he circling now?
As you can see, we can't see the shard behind the glass.
Oh, so he wants to be able to see it?
But the glass
Wow.
is transparent, so we...
D'accord, ok.
What? I would think that it was like a line in like the screen or something. I'd be like, my screen is broken.
Et c'est ça qui est des fois un petit peu frustrant pour nous parce qu'on est assez perfectionniste. Et c'est
Changing something like that would take so much time too.
On lâche le clavier. The last shot of the last episode.
It's hard because they went from a studio with like 5 people to a studio of over 200, so you don't feel that kind of control you have when it's just 5 people. You're handing it on to new people, it's just, you want everything to be perfect. Can't do that at a large studio.
People always say, oh, when you work on something, you leave a piece of yourself.
Why isn't Christian in the goddamn show? Why isn't he a character in the show? Put him as like a bartender or something, I don't know.
Well, for Vi and for Jinx, the central question is, can you ever forgive a monster? How far are you willing to go for your sibling? Is there a line where you just can't go for your sibling and you just have to say, sorry, but this is where I have to leave you?
Wow. And Bessa, you Eoch. Chills.
What could have been?
And that's where they leave it for fucking 3 years! Fuck you, Christian!
Now we're done.
Wow. I'm clapping like I'm a part of the show.
We got Netflix and Amazon to actually partner because we're live streaming it on Twitch and enabling our players to restream it. Like,
You could have watched Arcane on Twitch. What the? Why didn't I stream? Was I streaming 3 years ago? I was streaming 3 years ago. Why didn't I watch this 3 years ago live on stream? I'm very relaxed right now. I'm not moving. I got 6 years.
Certainly didn't expect anything on this
Within 5 minutes left of their show airing.
It's just, I think, really important to us that we create something.
How did they do the premiere? Did they show all the episodes? I don't even remember how the show even came out. What the hell is that? What the hell is this? Oh, is this COVID time? It's totally COVID.
I'm lucky. I've had a long association with Riot because I played Braum in League of Legends.
Wait, you're Braum?
I'm Braum.
Oh my god!
Who's Braum? The strongest master.
That's Myth! And some people from OTK. I know the Twitch people. Oh my god, Haley Steinfeld. And Jinx. The chick from Fallout that I haven't seen.
Sure you've been doing
the Hex Score.
Well, how do you approach
Wow.
this challenge?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
like
the
a
universal
hologram.
themes are unbelievable, and from day
I wonder
one,
how
I knew that I
involved
wanted to
these
be
people
involved.
were
I just
with
can't
the
wait
whole
to see
thing.
what
Like
the
they just
players
kind of
and the
record
fans
their
think of the
voice
show. I'm
lines
very
and that's
excited.
it. No,
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of like the least involved. Like, cause they could do their voice lines years. Like, I don't know how long it would take for them to do all their voice lines, but then people still work on this for 6 years. So it's like they're not voice recording for 6 years.
Safely assumes
Maybe
that
they
the
just
league
did
audience
like the
is gonna
first
be
3 episodes. That'd be kind of
unmerciful.
crazy. No way they did all 9. That's ridiculous.
If they hate it, they will send me baskets of shit.
Wow, they did it in a dome. Oh my god! Imagine watching this in this. I would die. I wonder how many of them watched the full thing already, because they'd already made it. Oh my god! Look at all the stuff on the walls. It's all interactive. That's so beautiful. Oh my god! I would die to go to that premiere. Oh, and they put images of Zorn in the backgrounds.
When Christian sent me the first cut of the last 5 minutes of episode 3, I bawled.
Oh.
I ugly cried. It was just.
Is that when Vanda dies?
Sorry, I didn't think about it.
Oh, wow.
She is not my sister anymore.
Oh my god.
So many people work so hard trying to do justice to people's expectations, and they're doing it because of this love, and sense of responsibility to not let players down.
It's interesting because I didn't know Powder wasn't in League. Like, I didn't know Powder and Jinx were different. When I was watching people, they were like, oh, that's Jinx. I didn't realize that was Jinx. Because obviously Powder doesn't fucking exist in it. So... Okay, so they watched the first 3 episodes. Fair enough. 3 hours, yeah. Let's go, Christian! Let's go, Alex! Let's go, 14!
I'm super proud of the feeling that we really wanted people to have.
I'd get so drunk. I'd get so blasted.
I haven't looked at my phone at all today.
Good.
So, I'm going on the assumption that everyone hates the show and we're canceled and this is the last night of joy we're gonna have in our lives.
Wow, people cosplayed already? Oh my god, I kind of want to cry for him.
My expectations were like, it was
I'm so happy for
brilliant.
for Christian.
Today we're taking a look at the new
That's
Netflix show
beautiful.
Arcane.
Oh my god,
and I want to
Moist.
just start by saying it slaps.
Dude, the reaction channels, put me in there. I want to be one of those. Yeah, like I'm overwhelmed.
I don't know, I'm so overwhelmed.
I'm overwhelmed too.
Mainly gratitude.
I'm like so happy for them that they did so well. Happy making me cry.
Merci à Christian pour la
Aussi.
confiance. The trust, the trust of Christian in Fortiche. At the very beginning of Fortiche. Thank you, Christian. Thank you,
That's
everybody.
so cute.
Et maintenant que la soirée commence.
Let the party begin. Get plastered.
They really wanted to create something to be history of the
And
animation.
it is.
And they were
Such a
smiling and they were
perfect
saying,
blend.
such a relief that after 6 years now, they feel like they know they worked on something that is part of animation history.
That
Doesn't
is
matter
so
if
cool.
the
Oh,
project
I'm
is
so
like
jealous.
a while worse than that. If anything, we've crafted something that pushes the animation world forward by
Why am I
significant margin.
crying? I don't know why.
It's nice getting above it all, huh?
They're like
The fact that
this,
we
I
can
don't know,
spend
I don't know.
5 hours in just Piltover and Zon, and then do it again in a second season before we start to zoom out of this one little corner of the world and this handful of characters.
Oh
Just
my
the possibility
god.
spaces. Last night, he's like, I could see myself telling stories in this universe for the next 30 years.
It's a small miracle that this TV show got made.
What the hell?
And it's a
And season 2 was amazing. Look, he's back in the
The reason why I
jungle.
joined Riot is because I liked
Playing-
the game. I loved it.
Mordekaiser. I don't know who it is, but I remember him saying that.
because we wanna watch
Why?
it.
Whoa, that's what
I
she
love
looks
these
like in game?
There's many people who work on Arcane right now that feel like they're working on the most important thing of their lives, like their careers. I feel like people feel like they're challenged, they're working on something that's gonna matter, they're gonna look back to and say,
I worked
Yes,
on
like, it's a proud
Arcane.
moment of
That
my life,
is
and I'm happy I worked on it.
beautiful.
and that to me is probably the most important thing.
Shout out my boy fucking Christian. He's insane. God, oh man, I would just love a Bridging the River season 2. Not quite sure how they would do that though, because obviously so much of the stuff's already been covered. You know, Arcane did come out 3 years ago, and this came out this came out 2 years ago, so there's a year in between. So, you know, maybe they did a little thing on Netflix recently it was like a behind the scenes kind of thing with the voice actors, with like Haley Steinfeld and I forget the other girl's name, the one that plays Jinx. I don't know why I'm forgetting her name. Not as good. Watched it. I watched maybe 5 minutes of it, and I was like, ah, beautiful. And if you're watching it along, recommend it to your friends. If you know people that have enjoyed Arcane, tell them to watch this. If they're any lovers of art or anything like that, they will just crumble. This was some of the best shit I've watched. This ticks and itches parts of my brain that I love and I'm so enthusiastic to talk about. So that's just, oof. And so many hidden things that you just didn't know watching the series. Like, I bet you didn't know that one of the showrunners and directors was put into the series. You didn't probably know that. I didn't know that. It's beautiful. I love that kind of stuff. So guys, as always, if you enjoyed, I hope you did watching this along with me. I hope you really did enjoy it. You can watch the full uncut 3 episodes. I did 3, 4, and 5 all in this video. All of them will be up on Patreon just in one big conglomerate. You know, it'll be like over an hour and a half long. So if you're making dinner and you want something to watch in the background, you can watch me in the background. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this along with me on YouTube. And if you are new here, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next time. Maybe we make another Arcane related video. Who knows? Hope you guys enjoyed watching this along with me. Bye!